Hey guys.
I'm Bob.
I'm Barb. Together we make up
HetteshWorld.
It's Can-Am Ride Day. Where are we riding today?
And we're going to the Corn Palace, and then we're going to see what else we can find on the way.
Man, this is going to be a corny video.
Yes, it is.
Stay tuned. All right, travelers, sit down, buckle up, get ready for this ride. We are taking you to the Corn Palace, which is celebrating its 100th anniversary, and you are not going to believe your eyes when you see it. And then after that, we're taking you to an archaeological dig. It's going to be a pretty cool day. Big Maria from a River Stones Thrown Away, she made this awesome Spyder here. And she did end up sending me one, so I've got it on my helmet. And I also have it on my other helmet, too. So thank you, Maria.
Yeah, it's in black on her gray helmet, so
yep.
Looks out to be very pretty.
Super cool. I love it. All right, so Bob, why don't you talk about the ride a little bit?
Well, we rode from our campground to the Corn Palace, Mitchell, South Dakota.
This is true.
And it was a beautiful ride, 82 miles one way.
Yep.
And, of course, it's through rolling hills, and got to see some more wind farms. Got to see a lot of livestock. And none of the fields are planted, so we didn't get to see a lot of corn or anything, but this gorgeous landscape.
The wind was super strong, pushing at us and from the side.
Yeah.
So definitely strengthening our neck muscles.
Yeah.
And if you've ever had a facial, when you're done and your total face tingles and it feels like half your skin's been removed, that's what I got today, and I feel pretty good.
Yep. Iowa and South Dakota has not let us down on the wind.
No, I feel like a lot of me is blowing away. I'm leaving DNA everywhere, which is awesome, as long as I'm not tied to a crime scene down the road.
Yeah.
So now, let's go check out that Corn Palace.
Let's go see if we can find some corn.
Bob, stop being corny.
Always corny.
Roughly 500,000 tourists come from all over the world to see the uniquely designed murals that are here at the Corn Palace. It was built as a way to prove to the world that South Dakota had a healthy agricultural climate. And it was also as a celebration of all the hard work that they had done. It all began about 8 years before the turn of the 20th century, around 1892. Mitchell, South Dakota was a small 12-year-old city of only 3,000 people at that time. The world's only Corn Palace was established right here on Main Street and has been here for 100 years. In the beginning, it was conceived as a gathering place where all the city residents and the rural neighbors could come together for a fall festival. The Corn Palace today is more of a home of festival. It's a practical structure adapted to many purposes, including the use of industrial exhibits, dances, stage shows, meetings, banquets, proms, graduations. Theme for 2022 was obviously Under the Big Top. Now the tradition is that every year they redecorate the Corn Palace with naturally colored corn and other grains and native grasses to make it the agricultural showplace of the world. They currently use 12 different colors or shades of corn to decorate the Corn Palace: red, brown, blue, black, white, orange, calico, yellow, and now they even have green corn. A different theme each year is chosen, and then the murals are designed to reflect that theme. Ear by ear, the corn is nailed to the Corn Palace to create a scene. The decorating process usually starts in late May. The murals are stripped at the end of August, and the new ones are completed by the 1st of October. Years and years of Corn Palace. Corn Palace, Corn Palace. Ooh. A different design every year for the last 100 years. Let's get down to when me and Bob were born. There's my Corn Palace. And there's Bob's, really pretty. 1960. So they've got a balcony, and when you come outside, it says you were on corn camera. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Right, Bob? It's kind of neat.
A little corny.
Now for the second adventure of the day, we are taking you to a super cool place called the Mitchell Prehistoric Indian Village, and it's a national landmark, and it has the Thompson Center Archaeodome where they're actually doing a dig. We are at the Mitchell Indian Prehistoric Village site, and it's actually an archaeological dig that you are allowed to be part of, and they dig each year and work on it. They're going to start again on June 15th, but they have like a dome put over it, and then they have exhibits and stuff to set up with the things that they found to kind of explain how the Indians lived back then.
Yep.
And I believe these are the first Indians that lived here in South Dakota.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
So let's go check it out. The village is the only archaeological site in South Dakota that is open to the public. It was originally discovered in 1910 by a student from Dakota Wesleyan University. The whole purpose was to promote an understanding of the first people to inhabit this region. Over the years, they have learned much about the people who lived here, and it was actually 1,100 years ago. We also know that the people were skilled farmers growing crops such as corn, beans, squash, sunflower, tobacco, and other things. They lived in earthen lodges, or the mud huts that you see, and it was built overlooking the creek. If you're visiting when they are actually digging, you are welcome in the lavatory, and you can actually help with washing and sorting artifacts, but you're just not allowed to help with the actual dig. Children can dig in the kids dig section. They have a special section outside. So the Archaeodome is over here, which is where they're actually digging. And we're going to go over there now and see what it's like. Flame of Wisdom. It represents a journey to the future that is enlightened by the past. Flame of Wisdom was created as a gift to all the people across the millennia, the human experience through learning. That's us. We're taking you on a journey so you can learn, know what is out there. So this was the actual location of where the first Indian village that came out of Iowa came to here to be on the James River. And here is where they stayed for probably 2 generations.
Yeah, they said up to 100 years, maybe. Yeah,
about 100 years. Because they used the resources that were available, lumber, animals, until they were in the soil, until it was no longer workable, and then they moved on.
This would be the trash area, he was just saying, the midden.
So that's why you see all the bones that they still got it. So it looks like as they've discovered the area is finished, they concrete up to it to kind of reconstruct probably eventually the village. The rocks that you see right there is where they had hot rocks on the ground, and they would put in packets of food and plants for spices, and then they would put the hot rocks on top and make kind of like a heated, I guess like a heated oven almost, and sit there and baked all day. I do remember from the video that they start where they find something first, and they dig down to open up the hole, to fully excavate it before they move on to the next. The whole goal is to open all of this up. So the University of South Dakota is the archaeology group that is in charge of this. So this is cool because students are able to learn right in their own area. I mean, we're definitely recommending that you come here. It's like $5 if you're a senior. It's free if you're military, and I want to say, was it 10 if you're just a regular person?
I think so.
So it helps them out I mean, they're learning and growing, and we're understanding our own roots at the same time. So this is what they call a bull boat. One bison hide stretched over a framework of branches. Had large dogs that aided them in their work.
Before horses.
Yeah, before horses were there. That's weird. Before horses. Who knew there was such a thing?
Yeah.
Besides this site, there's another site in Nebraska that shows where the Indians moved to. But that excavation site is outside. So the students dig here in June, but the two professors dig here on and off, as well as having other archaeologists come in from all over the world to dig here and explore. They actually bring in a group of students from England. And then there's another school besides the University of South Dakota that comes in here for training and learning too.
So it's like a big outdoor classroom.
Yep.
For your archaeologist.
I mean, I would have loved something like that. How many of you wanted to be archaeologists at one time? So I loved the things that we did here today.
Yep.
The Corn Palace was super cool.
Yeah, I mean it was
Corny.
It was very corny. It was I expected probably more out of it.
Yeah.
Than what I saw, but
I didn't.
But it was still neat. It was worth the see. I mean, our ride over here on the Can-Am was awesome.
Yeah.
The weather's absolutely gorgeous. So.
And then coming over here to the Indian village, I've never been to an archaeologist site. I've never been an archaeologist.
No.
So I've just had, 12-year-old Barb has just had her most amazing day.
Yeah.
So we hope that you like this video. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Smash up that notification bell.
Don't forget the comments.
In case you wonder why the scenery is different, our battery died. So we hit the gift shop, so we have some things from there. So remember, we're HetteshWorld.
Come travel in our incredible world.